I'm usually criticizing anime for beating their premises to death. But once in a while an anime comes along that has a solid premise, and yet for some reason it's not leaning into that premise as hard as I would like. This is the case for Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian, the key word here being sometimes, which amounts to about 3 times an episode. It's kind of disappointing, especially since this is a topic I really wanted some anime to cover because it happens to me all the time. I'm always walking around town and people will speak in Japanese around me assuming I have no idea what they're saying, and the opposite's sometimes true as well. Sometimes I'll speak English in public and I'll assume that no one around me has any idea what I'm saying, and sometimes I'm wrong, but it's something that I wanted to see from an anime. This was the chance, and it's really great when it does happen. I just wish it would happen more. Aside from these Russian scenes, this is actually a borderline generic high school rom-com. The main couple is very, very likable. Aside from them, however, the supporting cast is generic except for maybe, I would say, 2 characters. The student council president, I really like him, and also the main character's little sister, who I don't necessarily consider a good character. I just consider her a fun kind of fan servicey character, which isn't to say she couldn't develop into a good general purpose character as well. I think with more time she will, especially if you look at the aspects of, how is she going to maneuver her way through this student council election? How is she going to, develop her relationship with her brother aside from these sort of siscon jokes? But the cast is mostly generic. The older sister, for example, the student council members, for example, the maid, something you could get elsewhere. So I think this show so far, it has potential, and I would like to see it go at that Russian aspect a bit harder, but I think the show with the second season, it hasn't overused its premise. There's a lot to develop within the characters on the show. A lot could happen. I'm giving the show a current grade of a double plus, assuming that a second season will come out and it will impress.